guys, back again with another video. This one was requested probably like a couple months ago, but I figured I'd get into it. I have a bit of free time today. This is a video if you're interested in pissing everybody off in traffic with your lovely music, the sound of my people, of my car popping. But if you have any Honda that does not have any catalytic converters on it, this will work for you. So let's get into it. Thing you'll need is a KTuner. You can do V1 or V2, ones with a screen, ones without. Just having the screen makes it a lot easier. And if you have a build where monitoring each parameter is vital, then obviously the V2 is where you want to go. I mean, with the V1 you can still connect it to your phone via Bluetooth, but having the V2 there, you know, a dedicated screen to watch all the parameters of the vehicle, it makes it really convenient for you. So just depends on, you know, kind of what you're building. Obviously if you have a stock Honda, the V1 will definitely, you know, you're not going to be changing the tune, you know, every week. You know, you probably just load the bass map and leave it there. So it's up to you. But I get into it. I don't have my V2 up here. It's still in the car. I don't need that in order to show you what's going on. So Prerequisites is a Honda. I think the year is like 2003 or 2004 and up. Any Honda, at least 2003, 2004 and up, I believe, you can get a KTuner. Second, you need a KTuner. And then third, which is very important, you need to remove all the catalytic converters in the car. If you fail to remove the catalytic converters in the car, the extra fuel that you're allowing to enter the exhaust system will actually end up overheating the catalytic converters, and you'll be left with a bigger problem. You can be left with a clogged cap, you know, which can, you know, diminish gas mileage, greatly reduce engine performance, and you can also just, you know, mess a lot of other things up. So that's definitely a requirement before getting into this. But let's say you already have those things, or you're taking this at your own risk. I'll show you what to do. Once you do like the 4-day orientation of KTuner, downloading everything, creating passwords and everything, you'll come to this nice screen here. So this is the main layout page. Now, since I don't have mine connected, you won't see anything here. But what you want to do on this main page is click this icon. Now if my KTuner was plugged in, I'd have a whole lot more selections here, but I'm just opening up a tune I've already, I think this is like the stock tune or something like that. Now if I have a Accord V6 manual, but if you're automatic, you'll see the ignition VCM. Whatever you do, don't mess with the ignition VCM, just mess with the ignition solely on its own. So you click that, this page will pop up. Now this is the ignition on decel. So what we're doing essentially is when we're decelerating, we're changing the ignition timing, so that way we retard it. So that way it, you know, instead of igniting the fuel that it's dumping in, it stops ignition and it just continues dumping that fuel in, which then enters the exhaust system. Thus you get that pop of the unburnt fuel igniting inside of the exhaust, kind of like a diesel. You know, I'm not gonna get into all that anyways. Don't do anything below 2000. Let me see if I can actually zoom in. Yeah, so don't do anything below 2000 here. You know, just do 2000 onward. Pretty much what you're gonna do, you want to just mess with the first 2 columns here. So mine, I think I have 2 pop tunes. The first one's not as aggressive, it's like -11 or 12, and then the second pop tune I have is like -14, -15. I personally don't feel comfortable pursuing any greater value than -15 on the car, but you know, again, you use it at your own risk. I think -15 is definitely a lot of, you know, a decent amount of pops. But what you do is once you get to this column, remember, we select this icon, we went to ignition, the screen loads, so now we're here. Once you get to 2000, you can actually click this box over the 2 columns and then just drag this all the way down. Okay, so once you have that, then you can go to this little icon here, which you can adjust what we've just selected. And we're going to just pay attention to this first box. So again, I said, anything I'd say above -10 will get you pops. And obviously, the more negative value the number is, the more aggressive the pops will be. But if you wanted to do all of them -10, you just do -10 and then you hit enter for OK. So now all these values over here are changed to -10. I forgot the parameter. I think it's like -10 milliseconds or something. It's a crazy number, but that's enough to allow just enough fuel to get by to create those loud crackles and pops that you want to hear. But I mean that's literally all it is. Like I said, I have a Honda Accord. It's a 09 V6 manual. I have the pre-cat deletes, the J pipe, the intake, custom exhaust, and of course the KTuner. But I'm pretty sure that any Honda without cats, whether you're boosted or not, this will definitely work for you. Because essentially all you're doing is allowing unburnt fuel to enter the exhaust system to get those pops you want. So that's pretty much it. It's really straightforward and easy to do. As stated, in the beginning, just use it at your own risk. Don't go bananas with it. And then be surprised when something mechanically fails on your vehicle. So this is it. Get you some pops and bangs in there.